and you get those bowling balls with those dirty holes.
We should open a bowling alley and call it Dirty Holes.
I love that.
Jeremy, I'm in, man.
But
you had me at Dirty Holes.
In a big town, and the slogan is Small Town Feet.
Welcome to Trevor Talks Too Much, the show where I never ramble. I never go off on stupid tangents about what AOL stands for. The show where I bring on a guest and I talk to them and we have a little chit-chat, little conversation, a little conversating, and we talk. And then maybe by the end we can become friends. Who knows? That's for me to know and you to find out later. I'm your host, Trevor Everts, middle name Joseph. I'm a master baker, mythical swag god, and wearer of a pretty cool freaking hoodie. Yeah, check it out. Check this out. I'm going to move my microphone, but I'm still going to talk into it so you can see it on the camera, a little close up. So we got the Mythical Pride collection is out. It's over there on mythical.com. You can find, we've got a bunch of our logo stuff and we've done some cool rainbow, little gussied up to it. It's really comfy. It's very soft. I'm actually not wearing a shirt under this hoodie and it is very soft upon my skin and I have sensitive skin. But yeah, super cool hoodie. Mythical Pride collection is out now. Check it out, mythical.com. Today, I spoke with Jeremy Ray Taylor, whom you may know from It, the movie with the scary clown, Pennywise. He's an actor, Jeremy Ray Taylor. He's an actor. He was Ben in It. He's great, super fun kid. I call him a kid. I'm like 4 years older than him, but you know, that's still a kid to me, even though he's wildly successful, far more successful. No self-deprecating talk in the intro, Trevor. No, he's a great kid, and we talked about all sorts of stuff. We talked about he's got a new movie coming out senior year, drops May 13th on Netflix with Rebel Wilson. He's very excited about it. Had nothing but good things to say. So make sure to check that out. But yeah, we talked about all sorts of crazy stuff. He talked his way out of a very funny hypothetical situation that Jamie and I cooked up for him, and he did an A-OK job, I'd say. A+.
Oh, yeah.
A++. We talked about small town bowling alleys and dirty holes. That's a little inside joke. You got to listen to the episode to get it. Dirty holes. You'll be, it's a good one. And we reminisced on a great game from both of our childhoods called Polar Bowler. The game where you play as a polar bear in an inner tube and you go bowling. If that landed with any of you, then you're going to love this next part because Polar Bowler was not the only game that I have a lot of nostalgia for.
You don't say.
No. It got me thinking about them. Because there was, so you remember those like flash game sites, right?
Yeah, 100%.
My favorite one was addictinggames.com.
Oh, mine too.
And addictinggames.com, let me tell you, I think it might still be like up and running.
It is.
Actually, yeah, now
I'm
going to check. I should just do this during the podcast if like a guest is being boring. Not that we've had like any bad guests that I'd want to do this to, but if a guest is being boring, I could just pull up like Balloons, like the original Balloons game.
Oh, man.
The monkey, you shoot the darts.
Yes.
It's not the tower defense one. See,
no.
For all you kids out there today that are like, ooh, I love Balloons, Tower Defense 6. Look, you don't even know, okay? Balloons started out as a puzzle-solving game where you play as a monkey and you throw darts and you have to pop a certain amount of balloons on a board. And it gets more and more progressively more difficult as you progress through the levels. Why did you look at me like that?
Because I didn't know what was about to happen.
I burped. God, can a man burp on his own show?
You know, you do.
This is unbelievable. I can't work in these conditions. I'm trying to talk about Balloons Tower. No, I'm trying to talk about Balloons, the puzzle solving game. There's like 150 levels in the original one, and Jamie's giving me judgmental looks.
I didn't think I was like.
Well, I burp.
I thought you were gonna throw up.
You thought I was gonna throw up. What
I don't
gave me
know.
the impression?
The like
when I throw up, I'm like a cat.
I
like my whole back's into it. I'm like a cat. Oh, like where my whole back is arched out.
It's probably it's a pretty good fake gag though.
I could do better, but I won't because I know people don't want to listen to that. They want to listen to me talk about games. Age of War. That one was the one where you would like buy little soldiers. You start out as caveman and then you battle against the other little cavemen and then you got money for and then you'd upgrade through like different time periods. So you go from like the caveman to like the knights.
Oh, that one sounds cool. I didn't play that one.
And then freaking loser. This is why I can't talk to Jamie about video games. She doesn't get me.
We were talking about addicting games. I know some of that. I knew Polar Bowler. I knew Bloons. Bloxors. That one was a good one.
You got me there. That is a good game. Now I want to go on addictinggames.com. No, I can't. It's work hours. Also, we have a show. I've actually typed addicting games into my browser like 3 times throughout the course of this little rant. And I've deleted it every time because I know if I go on it, it's gonna be bad. Should we get to it? Jeremy Ray Taylor, everyone. Let's get into it. Everybody, welcome Jeremy Ray Taylor. Jeremy, say hi to the people out there listening/watching.
Hi.
You probably recognize Jeremy from the movie It and the movie It 2. What was It 2 called? It
chapter 2, I guess.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. But then
no like name or anything like that. Just a precursor.
Yeah. It's not like It 2, The Return of Pennywise or anything.
Right.
That would have been good.
That would have been good.
That would have been good.
Let's reach out.
Yeah,
we'll get that changed.
Yeah.
We'll get that changed real quick.
So nice to have you on, man. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
So here, you did star in it as Ben, young Ben.
Yes.
What was that like being like a young kid on the set with Pennywise, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise?
It was pretty crazy. For the first, it took about 4 months to make. So for the first half or so, we didn't do much of any of the scary stuff. It was all just like the bullying, which I guess is kind of scary too.
Yeah.
The bullying, the friendship stuff, the quarry, and all that stuff. And it was like, why don't we just leave it here? This could be a really nice, family-friendly movie.
Yeah.
But no. So the next 2 months was all like the scary stuff. And we actually weren't allowed to see Pennywise's makeup or his contacts or anything like that until we were in the middle of a scene.
Oh.
Which was really wicked.
Oh.
Jack was the first one to experience that. So we kind of got to see a little sneak peek. But actually the public got to see the first like concept picture of Pennywise before we ever got to.
Oh, wow.
So that was wicked for sure. But it's not as bad as you think it would be, just because like there's cameras and there's people behind the cameras, and so like, you're not completely alone like you would be in like real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was great. It's really fun.
That's crazy. I can't imagine like I like scary movies now. Love the It movies, by the way. You were great. But yeah, I when I was younger, I hated scary movies, and I could not like. I remember one night, I think my parents had just watched either the first Paranormal Activity or the second Paranormal Activity, and they came home and they were describing the plot of the movie to my sister, and that was too scary for me. Like, so I just like could not imagine. I mean, I guess with cameras and everything, like obviously you're on a set, so it doesn't feel like crazy real, but still, I mean that clown, man.
No, yeah, I'm right there with you because I was terrified of scary movies. We almost turned it down. Like I was really, really close, and my agent was like, "Shut the frick up, dude. Take the like. What do you think you're doing here?"
Yeah.
And so I took it, but I was definitely like really close to turning it down. But I was like, I don't die. We'll do it. Yeah. But I wasn't gonna go to the premiere. I told the kids, I was like, I'm not going. I can't do it. And they're like, okay, you're going to the premiere. So I ended up getting peer pressure into all of it, but I was definitely skittish at first too.
Yeah. There was when the first one came out, I remember I was living in Virginia at the time, but there was this like auto shop that I drove by every day on my way to work. And I remember like the day after I saw the movie, I noticed a red balloon that had been like painted. There was like a guy on like a motorcycle, like mural painted on the wall of the auto shop. And then there was a red balloon there. And I swear to God, I was like, that has to be new. That I've never noticed that before. And I thought I was going crazy. I was like, that's such a funny prank to pull, just putting a red balloon somewhere randomly after that movie came out.
Yeah, where I lived, people would just start like tying red balloons to like the sewers and stuff like that, to the sewer rings. They just tie them everywhere, dude.
Oh,
like,
man.
I don't mess with that at all, man. Like, oh man, I don't even know why people do that. But yeah, it's definitely like changed the game for red balloons. Everybody sees them completely different now.
Right? Yeah, it's just scary now. You just think there's a killer clown somewhere. Did you ever like read the book, It?
I did not. So at the time I was 13 years old. Yeah. So it was way too much for me, and it's like practically longer than the Bible. So like, there's definitely no way I could have done it before I did it. But I saw the original movie, but I never, or like the miniseries, I guess.
Yeah.
But I never actually read the book. No.
Yeah. The book is, love Stephen King, think he's a visionary author, but not worth it. Yep. That book is not worth it to read. It is too long and too weird. And all of you literature buffs out there, you can come for me if you want, but it was not worth the read.
It was a crazy experience, man. Definitely amazing. And it was my first thing ever.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's a pretty big one to be your first thing. That's
yeah, well, and that's the thing is like we didn't even expect it to be huge. Like it was way bigger than we thought it was ever going to be, because people hated like the first picture of Pennywise that came out. Like everybody was mad at us because it's like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Like like people were really upset that we were redoing it at all. So we were really surprised that it did as good as it did.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was amazing.
I mean, I feel like it needed. I felt like it was time. You know, I mean, the original miniseries is really good, and I mean, Tim Curry is great as Pennywise. But like, there's just so much more that you can do, and I think everyone saw it in the movie and everyone loved it. Just like the effects that you can do, like some of the scenes with Pennywise in both movies are just like genuine, like me in the movie theater, like launching back in my chair because I'm just like, holy crap, that is a giant clown with sharp teeth that is launching out of a projector in the garage. That was the scene that got me. That was the one that I think I audibly in the theater was like, oh, like I was so that was the one that got me.
No, that was super fun.
Funny story about the first time. Sorry, I was trying to cut you off, but I just remembered. I think I accidentally was on a date with a gay man when I saw the first It movie. And Trevor, you might be wondering, how do you accidentally go on a date? He was a coworker of mine. His name's Calvin, and he was a very nice man. But he's gay, and I like knew that, and he wasn't. He was like open about it. But then, he asked me if I wanted to go see the new It movie, and we went and saw it together in the movie theater. And then he didn't like make any moves on me or anything. But then after we got done, he was like, "That was really nice. I had a great time." And I was like, "I don't know if this was a date or not." I was like,
but
"Was
you got that vibe though?"
I was like, it was like if I'd wanted it to go that way, I think it could have gone that way. But I was just like, "Yeah, I'm hanging out with Calvin. We're watching the new It movie." And then afterward, I was like, I think I might have just gone on a date with a man. But I mean, hey, it was a fun time. Calvin's a great guy.
I'm so glad I'm weirdly involved in that story.
That's awesome. You are. You were on my first gay date with me.
Wow. That's so great, man.
Yeah. The reason that I remember that actually is like, I think a few days ago, he added me on Snapchat. And mind you, I haven't talked to Calvin or seen Calvin in like 5 years. But I think he like added me through like people or I think he was in my contacts like at one point because we worked together. And then I remembered, I was like, oh, Calvin, we saw It together. And now I'm here talking. So
what's the next move here? Are you going back to him, or like what's going on here?
No, I have a girlfriend. I'm in a committed relationship. Also not gay, I don't think. But you know, who knows? Maybe in the future we'll see.
Figure that out later.
I don't think so. I'm pretty happy in my relationship right now. Sorry,
that's good.
We didn't need to get into my confusing sexuality yet. No, that's so funny. Well. So what do you do other than star in great horror movies?
That's a good question. Well, I also have a girlfriend.
Nice. That's huge.
So I spend a ton of time with her. She's a dog too. Most of my life revolves around her. Cool. You know? Yeah. So I just bought a car.
Oh, nice.
And so I've been like modding the heck out of that thing. It's been super fun.
What kind of car?
It's a 2022 BMW 540i Extra. Woo! That's a long name. Yeah.
You nailed it.
So I've had a ton of fun with that.
Nice.
I named it Dorian.
Okay.
Because it's like gray. But I don't know if I like it or not.
I get it.
But see, that's the thing is like I don't. I was looking up gray car names and Dorian was one of them, and I was like, that's like a sick name.
Wait, you're not familiar with a portrait of Dorian Gray?
I can't say that I am.
Wait, hold on.
Is this bad?
It's like a pretty iconic piece of literature, I'd say.
Okay.
let me see. The portrait. It's a novel by Oscar Wilde. And it's like one of the most pretty iconic piece of classical literature, I'd say. Right, Jamie?
Okay.
Am I out
No,
of,
definitely. It is. I feel like it's something. It's one of those books where it's just kind of people are like, you should just read it.
Yeah.
But like, I personally have not read it.
It's the whole idea is there's this portrait of Dorian Gray, and it's like supposed to be this like allegory or metaphor of like the picture of himself as like a window into his soul. And it's like inner self, and then the picture like gets uglier. And he like commits these crimes and stuff.
Okay.
Classic literature is so freaking boring. My God. When I had to read, have you ever read Jane Eyre?
Oh God.
I have not.
That book genuinely, I think that was like one of the root causes of like my depression in high school.
Okay.
That like reading that book, it's not like the cause of it, but it definitely didn't help.
Right. Yeah. It just added to the pile.
Yeah.
So it's like, is classic literature like, could you count that as like Shakespeare and like?
Yeah, I'd say
or
so.
Or like, okay.
Classic literature is very broad. All that means is like old books.
Right.
I say, as I know nothing. No, I mean, there's some really good classic literature. I love like Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Jules Verne was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, right? I'm going to sound like an idiot if
I'm going to say I wish I enjoyed reading because I have no idea what we're talking about here. At least I didn't name it like 50 Shades and didn't know what that meant or something like that. Like,
yeah. No, 50 Shades of Grey is classic literature. I think it's
that's a perfect example of classic literature.
They should be teaching that in the schools.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh man, no, I used to read like so much more, but I love fantasy.
The only book that I've ever read like fully through, like while being interested, was Hunger Games.
Okay, that Suzanne Collins. Let me tell you what, Hunger Games, phenomenal book, and Hunger Games, It's sad because Suzanne Collins opened the door for all of these really awful, like young adult novels, but Hunger Games, like the blueprint, such a great book. Like 100%. Really, all of them were so great. And then just followed by a string of some of the most crappy books ever. Like Divergent is so bad. Oh my God.
They're rough.
They're rough. Bad.
I liked the first book.
The first book wasn't bad, but it's still just like not. I don't know.
The movies were terrible.
The movies were terrible, even though was it Shailene Woodley? Was she in them?
Yes.
Yeah. Sucker for her.
That's the lead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's a great actor, though.
Oh yeah.
But see, I watched like the first one. I enjoyed it. Although I'm a bad guy to go to for like good movie suggestions because I pretty much love everything. But no, I loved like the first episode. I thought it was just like a cool idea. Like we're like put into these different groups and like But it definitely could have been executed a little bit better.
The first one was good. I think honestly, I don't even know if I finished the third book. I think I got too bored by like the middle of the third book. I think I stopped reading. But Shailene Woodley, wasn't she engaged to Aaron Rodgers, Packers quarterback?
She was, right?
I think
Didn't they marry and then divorce?
2 weeks ago, Shailene Woodley reportedly done with Aaron Rodgers. So there you have it, everyone. 2 weeks late, probably 3 weeks late by the time this podcast comes out. Coming at you with the news. Heard it here like 30th.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you said you're a degenerate scumbag gamer like me.
I am.
Yeah. What kind of games you play?
I've always played the Call of Duties. I grew up on Halo. I love Rocket League, although it pisses me off way too much. I pretty much play about everything but like MMOs.
Okay.
But I got to try the new Elden Ring. So
nice. Yeah, Elden Ring. I have not gotten into yet. I'm like, I decided to wait for it. I was like, I'm just gonna wait till in like a couple years it goes on a Steam sale. I was like, because I don't want to pay $60 to like want to put a controller through my monitor. Yes, that doesn't seem like a good use of money. I'm trying to be more frugal. Everyone, give it up for me. I'm trying to be more frugal.
Of course, round of applause.
I only play one MMO, and that's RuneScape.
Okay.
Are you too young for RuneScape?
I have some friends that play RuneScape.
Okay. Wait.
But I've just never played it myself.
What year were you born, Jeremy?
2003.
Oh my God. Making me feel like a boomer. Making me, even though I was born in 1999, so I'm not like that much older.
That's when my brother was born.
Do you get along?
I'm the youngest of 6, so I've got a lot of family.
Oh my God.
4 brothers and a sister.
Okay. 4 brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, did you get like, were you just a punching bag when you were a kid?
That's the only reason I was such a good actor in it. All of it was like genuine trauma I just had to reenact. That's it.
No!
Oh yeah, dude. Like,
no!
We've kind of like 2 groups of brothers, right? So, one of my brothers was like taken in at like 16 years old, and same as the girl.
Okay.
So my older 2 brothers, they had the same dynamic that me and my older brother have right now.
Okay.
So it's like they kind of grew up a little bit faster than us. So
yeah,
we have 31, 31, 30, 29, 22, 18.
Okay.
So we're like on the younger side of all of our brothers.
Yeah.
And so we kind of have that same dynamic. But definitely like they used to like trap me under like blankets and tickle me and like,
oh man.
Oh yeah, man.
I have one older brother and 2 older sisters, but my 2 older sisters are kind of the same way. They came we got them when they were both like older in high school, and they're about 10 years older. About 10 years older than me.
Right.
But yeah, my brother and I, we used to get into it. We can laugh about it now, which is great. But yeah, same thing. I was the punching bag, the youngest.
Yep.
I'm glad to know we got another youngest sibling.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the best.
I feel like I never talked to younger brothers. I feel like they don't actually exist.
I know. We're a rare breed.
Yeah, we are.
It's because they're all so scared. No, my brother used to I used to be like numb in my right arm. Because I always sat on the driver's side in the back seat, and my brother always sat in the passenger side. And my right arm, you like could punch it, and I like didn't have I wouldn't feel anything because of how often my brother would punch me in my right arm when we were in the car. For like the first, like all through high school, I was like, yeah, you can just punch me in the arm, and it doesn't hurt, doesn't feel anything.
Wow, that's a cool ability to have, though.
Yeah. I mean, well.
No pain receptors there.
Yeah, just my right arm though. I'm like the opposite of Achilles. Instead of my whole body being invincible except for my Achilles tendon, it's like I'm very weak all over except for just right in this one spot on my right arm.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's just the one part that got dunked. What did he get dunked into? A river?
It was like a river, but like a godly
Jamie,
river.
You're supposed to be my facts person. Jamie.
I know, but you're throwing a lot of things.
Where's the Greek mythology? Come on.
Yeah,
I told you to study up. It's unbelievable. We got Jeremy here, and you're making him feel bad now.
We're all over the map on our facts right now, though. We're going from classic literature to Greek mythology.
Yeah. You want to talk more classic literature? I can speak. Treasure Island, one of my favorite books of all time. No, genuinely, that's not a joke. Treasure Island's one of my favorite books. That
sounds so familiar.
Robert Louis Stevenson? Long John Silver, you familiar? Not the restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, Long John Silver.
Only the restaurant.
Oh, only that. Okay. Well, Long John Silver is a character in Treasure Island.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Jamie.
I love the restaurant, though.
You do?
That makes you feel good.
You're a Long John Silver's fan?
So, honestly, I haven't had it in a long time, but I used to love it, dude.
Really?
You get like the extra crunchies, and they give you like a fish basket worth of like their batter.
I don't think I've ever eaten at a Long John Silver's.
It's pretty good.
Really?
I don't think so.
It's decent.
I don't think I don't know. Maybe it was just I was afraid of like fast food fish. Or maybe I feel like there was one in Idaho though. I don't know.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah.
Do they still
Because you go to them
exist?
now and they're like almost run down.
Yeah.
They do, yeah. I can name like, there's like 3 in my town for sure.
Oh, okay.
Although I live in a small town, so it's like.
Well, that's because you love
our
Long
claim
John
to fame.
Silver's. You're keeping them in business.
Yeah, exactly. I'm keeping them in business. Yeah.
Where's the nearest Long John Silver's to Burbank, California? Okay. We got one in Gardena, one in Yucaipa, and Temecula. They would have one in Temecula. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know what that is.
You don't worry about it. Temecula is just like it's like the Bakersfield of the South.
That place? Okay.
Is that fair, Jamie?
I would say that that's fair. It's cool because they got like hot air balloons and wine.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like a crappier. What's wine?
Oh, crappier Napa Valley.
Yeah, crappier Napa Valley. That's Temecula.
Okay.
It's like if you took Napa Valley and Bakersfield and they had a baby. This is making no sense to Jeremy.
I'm here for the ride, man.
What were we talking about before Temecula?
Greek mythology?
Yeah.
And treasure
The river
planets.
Styx.
The river Styx. Thank you, Jamie.
I finally found that.
Yeah, so it's like someone took me by the arm, a little muscle in my arm here, and then just dunked that in the river Styx. Joke landed, everyone.
Boom. Took a while, but we got it.
Took a while, but we made it to the punchline. You're from Tennessee. Do you still live in Tennessee currently?
Yeah, basically the same house I was born in.
Okay.
I was not born in my house. That's not what I really mean.
It's okay if you were.
You know what I'm saying?
Home birth is a thing.
I was not. No, I basically live on a farm.
Okay.
And my grandma lives like right there, and my cousins live right there, and then we have like a rental property right there. So like we all kind of live on the same thing. But I used to live in my cousin's house, and then at like 1 year old, I probably moved him to where I am now.
Okay.
So yeah, born and raised.
Whole little family plot there.
Yeah.
Some acreage.
Whole family plot.
Some acreage,
yes,
Jamie.
A lot of acreage.
Jamie, they got how many acres you got? Is that too personal of a question?
No, we have a 200-acre farm.
Oh my!
But see, we have like 80 acres, and then we lease like the next 120.
Okay.
But we're trying to buy it.
That's a lot of acreage. I'm gonna be honest with everyone out there, and you, Jeremy and Jamie. I don't know how big an acre is. I don't think anybody knows how big an acre is. Talk about the most arbitrary unit of measurement. Because, like, who just hears the word acre and can just visualize how big that is?
So, I'm pretty sure an acre, like, is slightly smaller than a football field.
Oh, okay. So it is. It's, like, a little bit smaller than a football field.
I think a football field is 1.1 acres.
Okay.
Don't ask me why I know that.
Well, that's useful. Now I can visualize it.
Yeah.
You want to know another useless tidbit of information? An acre is 43,560 square feet.
I couldn't recite that number right now.
Can we talk about the metric system?
Yes. I love that.
Can we get on the metric system, please?
Yeah, I'd love that, man.
Like, who decided that a mile was 5,280 feet and went, let's go with it. Let's run with it.
And who thought, like, yards or threes and 12 inches in a foot? Like, would you really think that would be easy to use?
As a professional baker, I hate, what is it even called? The uniform system? What's it called? The standard system? Whatever system of measurement we use, it's the dumbest thing ever. And I wish everything was in grams. I wish everything was in...
imperial system.
The imperial system sucks balls, everyone.
I have to agree.
Thank you, Jeremy. So dumb. Like,
well, then you have like recipes using both. It's like, you got to pick one too. It's like...
Well, yeah. Here's the thing. Okay, so, because in cooking it's a little bit different, but in baking, precise measurements are very necessary. And there's not even a standard of like how you're supposed to measure. Like when you say a cup of flour, the standard is that you're supposed to spoon the flour in and then sweep off the top. But that makes no sense. It's still going to be a different amount of flour every time. But if you just did 200 grams of flour, 200 grams of flour is 200 grams of flour every single time.
Right, because it's all by like weight at that point. And then, and you got like heaping scoops of flour.
Yeah, like, what does that even mean?
A pinch of salt? Just tell me how much to put in there.
I got big fingers.
Don't act like I know.
I got big fingers. A pinch for someone else is going to be a lot different than me. I'm sorry. I'm airing out my grievances right now.
No,
for the...
I'm right there with you, man.
I forgot the imperial system. Anyway, so you got a lot of acreage. You're in Tennessee right now.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about Tennessee and what's your least favorite thing about Tennessee?
That's easy. So my favorite thing is how like slow we move, right? If you go to like California, it's like everybody's on a mission all the time.
Yeah.
Worst thing about this place is that the reason nobody's on a mission is because there's no mission. There's nothing here. So we have Long John Silver's and Arby's.
Nice.
And that's about it.
Oh.
So it's like we just got our first arcade.
Wow.
That wasn't like one of the retro ones.
Okay.
We have a bunch of bowling alleys, but they're all like old Tri-Cities bowling alleys.
Yeah.
With like the really weird animations, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like we don't have anything.
Yeah.
But I just love like how quiet and slow it is. And light pollution, like being able to see the stars at night.
Oh, yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Because you never get to see that in like big cities.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of the biggest things I miss about Idaho is just like being able to look up and like, oh, the sky's clear. But there's something about small town bowling alleys. What a place. It's like it's like a liminal space.
It is.
Like you go there and time just stops and you get those bowling balls with those dirty holes.
We should open a bowling alley and call it Dirty Holes.
I love that.
Jeremy, I made me.
But
you had me at Dirty Holes.
In a big town and the slogan is small town feel.
Yeah.
So like that's why it's so easy to make because somebody's so cheap.
Yeah.
We just get the crappiest stuff.
Dude, fancy bowling alleys suck. I hate going to a bowling alley and feeling like I'm at a club. There's a bowling alley in downtown LA or somewhere near. It's like near the Novo. It's called Lucky Strike, but it feels like a club in there. Like they've got these like big leather couches like that you sit on while you bowl, and there's no good place to put your shoes. And the balls are like there's like 4 of them. They've got no variety, and they've got this big old...
Because they're all like marble and stuff.
It's like, so dumb, dude. I just want like 30 multicolored bowling balls that all have a chip in them. None of the finger holes are the right size, you know, because you got to get... You find one that's a good weight, but the holes are too small. And then you find one that just like... It's like they made the holes for the Incredible Hulk. Like those holes...
And then you're out of bowling time by the time you even found those. So it's like...
Dude... Whose fingers are fitting in those balls?
Yeah, seriously.
It's absurd.
But
it's great. They got like the claw machines that like have like prizes from 40 years ago. They're like fossilizing in the tank. They got the pro shop. You don't see enough pro shops, okay? The ball go in and you look at the fancy like custom made bowling balls. They're like, we can engrave.
And they're the same they were 6 years ago because no one buys them.
Yeah.
Because like nobody that's going to this kind of bowling alley ever uses one.
Right? Oh my God. It's the greatest. Then you got like the old people in their bowling leagues. Like there's always the lanes that are like for the league people. You got these old ladies in wrist braces kind of just waddling up and like tossing a ball. But they're bowling like 210 averages somehow.
Oh yeah, dude.
What would your guys' bowling like nicknames be if you're on a bowling team? Because you know there's always these weird nicknames for bowling.
My bowling nickname.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It has to be kind of like an oxymoron.
Well, I'd probably go with something like a reference from Dodgeball. Like I'd probably be like Laser or Blaze or Blazer.
Yeah.
Probably one of those. Or just Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, that's funny. I have bowling shoes that are like they're like paint splattered.
Okay.
So I'd go like classic Old Town and just call me Paint Can.
Paint Can.
I like that.
Wait, that's so good.
I like that. That's sick.
That's way better than Vince Vaughn.
It's very Old Town, right?
That is.
Like that's definitely the name of like somebody in a future movie.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh man, that's good. Well, now I got to think about do you have your own bowling ball? Are you like a bowler? Do you like to bowl?
So I have my own bowling ball, but I suck at it. Like I honestly couldn't tell you the last time I got like over 110. Like, not joking.
Hey man,
so
that's okay.
Like but I have my own bowling ball, but I like don't deserve it at all.
No, that's okay. I have my own bowling ball.
Do you?
Yeah, I inherited
what color is it.
It's purple.
Nice.
It's like a purple and black.
Mine too.
Nice.
What? Purple, black, and gray.
So much in common. But a couple of bowling guys, Paint Can and Vince Vaughn.
We got to go bowling at Dirty Holes sometime.
Dirty Holes. We've got like everything to open our own. This should be a movie. You wanna make a movie together called Dirty Holes about 2 small town kids that go to the big city to open up a bowling alley?
Yeah.
We can get Vince Vaughn to be in it.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be perfect.
As himself, as Vince Vaughn.
Get the whole cast of Dodgeball just be playing in their league every time we go. Like, that's the little Easter egg.
My dad's in the Bowling Hall of Fame. So
wow.
Which that sounds impressive. And I guess it is impressive. The only thing you have to do to get in the Bowling Hall of Fame is to bowl a 300 in official league play. So my dad bowled a 300. The only thing.
That sounds really difficult.
It's hard. It's not like an easy accomplishment. But yeah, my dad bowled a 300 when he was bowling in a league. And then he quit because you can't really, he's like, I achieved everything there is to achieve in this sport. Can't go up from there. You can't bowl a 301,
Right.
That's what I hear a lot of bowlers say.
That's got to be a saying. Like, for sure.
Man. Yeah.
Listen, son, you can't bowl a 301.
Yeah. It's like when when baseball players are like, nobody's batting 1,000,
Yeah.
It's like the bowling version. Like, can't bowl a 301,
Yeah. That's a really good icebreaker. Like, oh yeah, my dad's in the Bowling Hall of Fame.
There's a lot of fun facts about my dad that are probably good icebreakers. I talk about, actually, okay, this is a good, I'm sorry, Jeremy, I have to take a second here. I need to give a little PSA to the listeners because I talk about my dad on the show a lot and he's a great guy. I joke about going and visiting my dad at his cigar lounge. And I just wanted to preface that and say, please don't be a weirdo to my parents. Please don't show up to their place of business and ask them to or talk to them or ask them to give me a message. If you're looking to go and enjoy a nice cigar or a great cocktail, please do. But please just don't be a weirdo. I just wanted to say that because my parents told me that someone came into the lounge asking if they could deliver a message to me. So please don't do that. Anyway,
man,
sorry.
What a world.
It was on my mind. Oh man. I think that's the most bowling talk we've ever done in a podcast before. That's good. I usually talk about video games and movies. I don't think we've hit bowling like that yet. So that's pretty huge.
That's good though. I'm glad I was involved in that.
Okay. I'm going to go back to bowling here for a second.
Yes, please do, because I have more too.
You have more too? Okay, question. And this is a weird, hidden memory for me. But did you ever play any bowling games on the computer? Specifically, polar bear bowling?
No way you just brought that up, dude.
Yes! Yes!
What is it called?
I don't know. I think it might just be called polar bear, but you would be the polar bear in the tube and you would ride down and you play bowling.
It's called Polar Bowler.
Polar bowler.
Polar bowler, dude.
Polar bowler. Dude, you played polar bowler.
Of course I played polar bowler,
Thank you. Oh my God. I just had this
That's
memory.
Amazing.
Oh my God. One of the greatest games of all time. I don't know how it wasn't game of the year in 2007.
Seriously? Well, it has a 4 out of 5 on Wild Tangent.
Well, it's missing 0.5, but I'll let it slide.
It is.
What a great game. I remember going to my grandparents' house and getting on their computer and playing polar bowler.
No, yeah, my memo had a really old desktop.
Oh yeah.
Her wardrobe.
Yeah.
So you'd open it up and it'd be her setup.
Yeah.
And I play that all the time.
They only use it for solitaire. You just go in and you're like, hey, can you get off solitaire so I can play polar bowler?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's great, dude.
Wait, can you play it?
You should be able to. It was a computer game and then they did it on DS.
Yeah. Add to wish list? What do you mean add to wish list? I wonder if it's on Steam. I bet it is on Steam. Because I've gone through and looked back at those old games that I used to play from my childhood, and there's a lot of them on Steam, old computer games that I used to just have the disc for. I have so many freaking putt games, like Putt Putt and Peps, Balloon-O-Rama, Putt Putt Saves the Zoo, Pajama Sam. Did you ever get down with Pajama Sam?
That sounds really familiar. Pajamas.
They're all these old Hasbro games, and they're all these old Hasbro computer games, but they're all on Steam, and they're $1 each.
I know I played a lot of what's that? Is it pinball?
Oh yeah, space pinball or whatever.
Yeah. That's crazy that you brought that up because as soon as you said bowling games, I was like, the polar bear. Oh man. That's crazy.
It was such a good game. It was genuinely so much fun. You just slide down the slope. Now I want to play polar bowler.
Seriously.
We're on the same wavelength here. Maybe we should both buy it.
We really are.
I'll buy it for you if you buy it
I
for
agree.
me. We could get it for each other as like a gift.
Sounds perfect. That sounds perfect.
Polar Bowler.
What a crazy window of nostalgia.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't thought about Polar Bowler in ages. That is so great. That just made me so happy. Oh my goodness.
I love the description for it. It says, join a lovable polar bear in a winter wonderland of Arctic fun.
That's a great, I mean, that, call it like you see it, right? You can't get much better than that.
Right on, like, hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, man. Now I just want to play Polar Bowler. You think we could get that set up, Jamie?
Next podcast, for sure.
Next podcast?
Jeremy, we'll have you come back and you guys can face off.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah, 1v1 me
1v1 on Polar Bowler? Yeah.
You
oh, that's incredible.
You want to you have a little dream or desire to voice a Valorant character, is that correct? Like that's something you wish you could do?
I do. Did I say that on Twitter? How do you know that?
I don't know. Jamie stalks anyone that we're going to have on the show and writes down a bunch of facts in a Google Doc and then I read from that.
So I believe I definitely do, and I'm pretty sure I said that to see if I could get something free from them. Because if I said it on Twitter, if you just read through my Twitter, almost all of it's just like me like saying, oh, this product is really cool.
Yeah.
To hopefully have them message me or something.
Dude, yeah.
I did that for Yamaha when I had like my little drum like tangent. And they messaged me and they're like, how can we help you? Like, we'd love to help you get a drum set. And I was like, oh, well, I don't really know what to do. And they're like, you should buy this one. I was like, oh, I have to buy it. No. So it's like literally Twitter's just for me to like see if I can get some free stuff. But yeah, I'd love to voice some kind of video game character, like Overwatch or Valorant or like.
I think that happened to Nicole, my coworker, recently. I think she got a free Instant Pot because she like tweeted and tagged Instant Pot in something, and they're like, "We'd love to send you something," and she got a free Instant Pot. So it works.
That's a solid that's a solid free thing.
Yeah, that's like a really good free thing. Because sometimes, you get a free thing, you're like, this is cool, but it's like, whatever.
But it's like one of those things like you never really would have used if they didn't give it to you.
Instapot.
But it's like, that's,
No, I play a lot of Valorant. So do you have any good impressions of Valorant characters?
I really wish I did for you. I really, really do. But I cannot say that I do at all.
I do some pretty good ones.
Do you?
Yeah. You want to hear them?
Bro, hit us with them.
All right.
Like right now.
All right. I'll do Phoenix first. Well, you could do that too. What are some other Phoenix lines? Wait, what does he say? Little buy stuff, ka-ching, little skrr, then we're done.
Dude.
Oh, don't.
That's like solid.
Oh, don't. What? I don't remember any Phoenix voice lines. Bro.
Let me show you how the boss does it.
Oh, let me show you how the boss does it.
Dang, dude.
That's Phoenix. That's
like solid.
That joke's going over a lot of people's heads.
You have weirdly like solid impressions.
I do a lot of impressions. It's harder to do them on the spot though. Every time I try and do it on the show, I just am bad. It's like worse than I normally do. But
well, and it's like it's when people tell you to do them that like it's not as good as whenever you're just like doing it as a joke.
Yeah. They also do them much better after I've had a couple drinks. That is like when I'm at my best.
Always. Yeah, me too.
Do you do any karaoke?
Kidding. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not good, but we actually did a lot of karaoke for it.
Oh, really?
That was like our thing. Yeah. The director is phenomenal.
That's so much fun.
Like, steals the show every time. Yeah, we did like Bohemian Rhapsody.
You didn't invite me?
I'm sorry, man.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
I told him to. You were on the short list.
I was?
You were there. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have like a go-to?
You were there.
I like to ask people their go-to karaoke songs because I feel like it tells a lot about a person. So do you have like a go-to karaoke song?
I did something by Logic by myself.
Something by Logic?
It was something from the Incredible True Story.
The rapper Logic.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Like, whoa?
You do a little bit of rapping then?
I do.
Dude, do you have any hot bars for us today?
I don't have any hot bars, but I have done the alphabetical rap.
Oh, yeah, the one that Daniel Radcliffe did on Fallon?
Yeah. I can do it like it was like 2 times speed or something.
Is that copyright? Is the alphabet rap? I feel like that's a song by someone.
It is.
Do you have any other non-copyrighted raps? Do you have any original material?
I can't say that I do. So I did I did this tour for Safe and Sound Schools, where I like went and spoke at schools with my friends over at Chasing Da Vinci, and they're a band, and we wrote a rap, but I honestly can't remember what it is. But it's called like The Good Days.
Okay.
The Good Days. Yeah, they're fixing to start. If you want to light a fire, all it takes is a spark. It's a new stage, and I'm taking the center. Bring the bad times, downsides. We'll make them better. Yeah. But
okay.
I didn't want to do that because it was very like, you know, it's like the inspirational rap that like Disney has.
Yeah.
So it wasn't what I wanted to do.
That's okay.
But I want to rap at one point, but I want to wait till like my voice gets more mature, so I'm not like looked down upon.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to be in a Maddie B rap situation.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not that we don't love Maddie B.
I don't want to be ahead of my time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maddie B. Rap's phenomenal performer and musician. He just got a lot of hate when he was younger.
Didn't think so.
Because he was a little kid. And people like to make fun of kids, especially ones that rap.
Yes. Jacob Sartorius is one of those kids. Yeah. Like, huge shout out to that guy. I don't know how he does
I love him.
To be honest.
He's a champ.
I would have quit 10 times over with how much hate he gets.
I know.
Like, I don't understand how he's alive.
He's such a nice kid too. I had him on the show. I talked to him, and he's like,
really?
and he's like one of the nicest, most like genuine, down to earth people. But yeah, I couldn't. I mean, I get like one person in the comments of a YouTube video being like, Trevor thinks he's way funnier than he is, and I'm like, that's it.
Yeah,
I gotta retire.
Yeah,
I'm done.
It's over.
Fart Muncher 89 doesn't think I'm funny.
Yeah.
It's tough.
No,
it's tough out here in the streets.
It is tough out here in the streets, man. But like, that's the thing is like, Jacob Sartorius is like, he's loaded now. Like, because all these people keep watching his videos, ironically.
Yeah.
And so, who cares? Like, guys making bank off of people that claim that they hate him.
Yeah.
But you know you listen to Sweatshirt just because you liked it. You weren't playing it in front of your friends because it was like ironic.
I love that song. That's a banger. It is a certified banger.
I thought so.
Yeah, it's great. I would sing it right now. But again, copyright. Why can't we have anything nice on the show?
I know,
Jamie, give me some music rights.
Just give me a list and I will hunt them down and see how much money it is.
They all cost too much because they're all bangers.
I know.
Yeah.
Ideally, we would be able to play a Logic song so that Jeremy could rap it. Who's your favorite rapper?
Does Post Malone count as a rapper?
Yeah.
Then it's Post Malone, 100%.
I love Post Malone.
He's like my favorite everything.
Dude, he is the coolest person ever. He's like...
Have you met him?
Yeah, he came in. He was on an episode of GMM, and we got to meet him in the kitchen. He like came in to do a silly TikTok with us. But he's genuinely just like one of the nicest guys. Like, so cool, but like so respectful and kind. And like, I just want to hang out. I just want to drink like 10 beers with him. Like, I just want to kick back and have like a pack of Bud Lights with him. He's just the nicest guy.
I made a knife, right, with this guy called Jason Knight. Okay. So we like made a knife from scratch.
Yeah.
And he is good friends with Post Malone. So we were supposed to go up to Ohio, I think is where he lives.
Yeah.
And we were going to like make knives together this summer. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Do it.
But like, could you imagine making a knife with Post Malone?
Dude, that would be freaking sick.
Yeah.
He like loves,
so if I get to do that.
He like loves Rhett and Link. He's like a huge GMM fan. Yeah. And they're like, it's so fun when he's on the show because like he just is so excited to be there. Like sometimes you'll get a guest and they're like doing it, they're promoting something, but like, you know, you can tell they're like, they don't really know the show that well, or they don't like, they're happy to be here. But like Post Malone is just like a little kid, like in a candy store whenever he's here. And it's just the greatest thing. But anyway, your story.
So there has only been three technically, 3 people that I've ever met that have thrown me off guard. One was Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
And we had a super awkward handshake, right? Like he went up like for the casual thing and I went down and then I don't want to talk about it. You get the gist.
Hugh. To huge actor, man. Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, it is. It's really tough. It's really bad. And then for the It Chapter 2 premiere, I ran into Rhett and Link. And I cannot tell you the mouth vomit that I just gave to them about like how much I freaking love them. You don't even understand, dude. I was like, so I like my favorite pillow. Like, hey guys, welcome. Did you enjoy the movie? And I walked away like It was bad. And I don't even think they like knew who I am. We just watched the movie. And these guys were like,
oh no.
Who the frick was that? They let fans in this premiere? Like I thought this was a private thing.
Oh my
goodness. You don't understand how off guard, like,
no,
dude.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think Link's office, their office is like literally right through this wall.
Yeah.
I might have to go tell Link because I think he's here today.
Dude,
I might have to go let him
I'm sure
know.
they haven't forgotten about it because it was definitely awful.
It was so
awful.
Great. I mean, they're like my bosses. And it's so funny because I used to be a huge GMM fan. I used to be a huge Rhett and Link fan back when I was in high school. Yeah. And now they're like my bosses. And it's so funny to like see them in that way now. Yeah. Like they're Link is a character. I don't want to get fired for what I'm saying right now. No, he's like notorious though for like having some of the most awkward conversations. Like, really? I don't know what it is about Link, but he's just like, whenever he has a conversation with you, he'll like make really good eye contact. And then he'll like,
can't do it.
He'll talk sometimes as if he finished a thought or as if he, not as if he like was going to say something more, but then he just stops talking. So you like think he's like, oh, it didn't sound like he was done with this thought. And then he just stops talking. Yeah. And then you're just kind of like, well, like, and then you start talking. I don't know. It's great. I love Link. He's so much fun to talk to.
Yeah.
But,
no, that's awesome. No, like that, them and Smosh were like the only YouTube channels I grew up watching.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they're like iconic, both of them. They're just like, they've been around for ages. They continue to do stuff. I love the Smosh people. Yep. They're BFFs. I love them all. I get to go do fun stuff over there sometimes, but
that's awesome.
I've got a fun little game that I want to play with you. Okay. Right now, we're calling it Talk Your Way Out until I can come up with a funnier name. And in the event that I never do come up with a funnier name, then we're just going to run with Talk Your Way Out. But essentially what I'm going to do, I think you've been briefed on this, but I'm going to give you a scenario. And you are going to try and talk your way out of it as if you were in that scenario. We've got a real life actor,
we do.
A seasoned veteran of the acting industry, I would say.
Thank you.
And so this should be good. I'm excited. So the scenario that you're going to be talking your way out of is that you were at a charity event and you are speaking at the charity event, and it is for a way different organization than you thought that it was for. And you didn't realize this until you got up on stage behind the mic, and then it hit you. This is not what I thought it was. So you thought that you were speaking for Helping Hands, which, Jamie, is that a real charity?
Yes, it is.
It is a real charity. I've just got word from our producer. You thought you were speaking for Helping Hands, but you're actually speaking for Helping Hanks, which is a charity dedicated to help Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son. Are you familiar with Chet Hanks?
Everyone knows that, right?
Yeah.
I think I do.
He's the white boy summer guy. He's great. He's hilarious. I love Chet Hanks. But yeah. Wait, what is this part at the bottom, Jamie? What did you write here? Get his self together and be more Hanks-like?
I was trying to make it like, what would be the charity doing to help Chet Hanks?
Oh, you went really hard on the backstory.
I tried.
That's good.
So what, we're trying to make him like an actor like his father?
Well, or I don't know. Chet Hanks, I think we all agree, could use some help.
Probably.
In general. So we'll just go, but you just got up on stage. You thought you were speaking at Helping Hands, and this is actually a charity for Chet Hanks, and now you've got to talk your way off the podium. So let's hear it.
I'm going to do that bit where I get interrupted, and then they're like, hey, it's Helping Hanks, by the way.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's where I start. Am I the host of this event?
I think you're like a guest speaker. Like they brought you in, kind of a celebrity. Like, hey, here tonight we have Jeremy Ray Taylor, star of It in It Chapter 2.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to this amazing charity event. I've actually been wanting to do charity for so long, and I've been putting it off. And so at 3 a.m. One night a couple months ago, I said I'm going to do it. Okay, and so I reached out to this amazing charity company, and they were eager to let me come. I don't know why. I just figured, like there were a lot of people lined up to do this kind of thing because it's such a wonderful charity, but somehow they didn't have any guest speakers for tonight. So I'm super happy to be here. So thank you all for coming to the Helping Hands. Helping Hanks? Who Tom Hanks. Okay, what are we doing? Tom Hanks' son? I don't know. Okay. So like I said, thank you for coming to the Helping Hanks event. This is a really important thing for me. Sorry, I just get so emotional when I talk about Mr. Chet Hanks. As we all know, one of the most famous rappers on the platform, right? And obviously the man needs help. And that's what we're here to do tonight. And so as much money as you can give, even though I think he has the platform to do that for himself, we're here to do it with him. And I think that anybody who's Tom Hanks' son deserves the love of the world. So, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you. I'm here with you all because this is so important. Our money could not go to anything better. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Oh my God. I didn't know Chet Hanks was a rapper.
I believe he is.
Yeah, he is. He's dabbled in rap music. That's great that you knew that.
Everyone knows who Chet Hanks is. Come on.
I just know him for White Boy Summer. That was great.
And I believe he's Hanks, Hanx.
I think that is what yes. Yes, he goes by Hanks.
I think that's great. Hanks.
That was phenomenal. I couldn't have asked for better.
Thank
I
you.
love that you just ran with it. You were like, "Oh, this is the charity."
Yeah.
That was so great. That's what acting's like, Jamie. That was acting.
Yeah, I loved it.
You had the whole you freaking got into character. You had the backstory lined up and you went all the way through front to back. That was like a clinic. That was phenomenal. I really love that. I love that you also just like went with it. Like you heard the pivot. You're like, oh, Chet Hanks. All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
we're making money.
I already donated my $2 million.
We're raising money.
There's no going back now.
Hopefully, Chet Hanks does something good with it.
Yes, that is the hope.
Oh my goodness. Well, Jeremy, I'm noticing that went by very quickly, but we are running a little bit over. But I had a great time. Yeah, I'm looking at the clock over here. We've been talking for over an hour now.
That's that small town.
Yeah.
Small town banter.
Little small town bowling alley connection we had there. Like we're down at the lanes.
For sure. Yeah.
Down at Wesley's Garden Lanes.
Yep. Down at Dirty Holes on a Friday night. It's packed.
Oh,
6 leagues are here tonight.
Dirty Holes is packed on a Friday night.
100%.
Thank you so much for coming on. Can we talk again sometime?
Of course.
Want to be friends?
I'd love to.
So do you play Valorant, right?
I do. Well, I dabble. I'm awful at it. So
that's okay. I don't care. I don't discriminate.
But I do play a little. Right now I'm playing Lego Star Wars though.
Oh, a man of culture, Jamie. You see?
A man of culture.
This is what a man of culture looks like. Sorry, Jamie doesn't get it. She's not a gamer.
It's okay.
Well, once we're done, once we pause the recording, I'll get your info and we can game sometime.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Let's do it.
You're promoting some stuff. You got some cool stuff coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
That's correct. A new movie, Senior Year.
Yes. Senior Year coming on Netflix, May 13th.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's a funny one, man. It's really funny. It's a little edgy.
If I
say so myself.
That's awesome. It's got Rebel Wilson?
It does.
That's huge.
Yeah. And anything that has Rebel Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
It's obviously going to be freaking fun.
I'm there.
So, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it comes out on May 13th.
Awesome.
It's going to be one of those movies like you're watching and you're crying and you don't really know why.
Nice.
And then you leave and you're a better person.
That's the kind of movie I need in my life right now.
I think so. We want that. I was going to say family-friendly movie that we can watch with our kids, but it's not family-friendly in the slightest.
Good.
I
hate.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, awesome.
I agree.
Yeah, Senior Year, everybody check it out. Coming out on Netflix May 13th.
Yeah, I'm a cheerleader.
That's epic. That's huge.
That took a while.
That's huge
to learn.
money. I bet.
Yeah.
That's no joke. Anything else you want to promote? Socials, anything like that? Tell people where they can find you.
Pretty much find me anywhere on all social medias for Jeremy Ray Taylor. I do stream a little bit on Twitch at JRayTay12, but I can't tell you when the next time I'm going to be streaming is because I had a schedule about a year ago and I haven't streamed since. So.
My man, we have so much in common.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Of course, man. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it was a blast.
Everybody, that was Jeremy Ray Taylor. Great guy. Great kid. A lot of fun. Please go check out Senior Year. Be sure to watch it on Netflix. It's streaming. And also go check out all of his socials and stuff. Keep up with him. See what he's up to. He's got a lot of cool stuff. And if you haven't, go watch the It movies because they're good. They've been out for a while. I won't spoil anything, but there is a clown. It's not a spoiler. Jamie, how did that go?
You and him, it's like the small town feel, what you guys said. It's like you guys are able to connect over that. Would you say, because Idaho's not in the South, though, anywhere close to it, but would you say that like being from a state that has a lower population than other states, you guys kind of have that camaraderie? Yeah,
you get that little farm town, kind of, small town vibes. Even though the town that I grew up wasn't super small, but I still understand. I understand the vibes. I think it's my dad is the reason, because my dad calls everyone kiddo. He's one of those guys. Like he'll call someone that's like older than him kiddo. Be like, hey kiddo, it's okay. Or call him kid. And so I think I get that from him because I just want to call any guest that's younger than me kid, even though they're like a couple years younger than me. Anyway, that was another tangent. You get used to those around here.
He did a great job at our little Talk Your Way Out.
Yeah.
I was just, because
it was impressive.
That one was a tough one. I feel like no one else would have really been able to run with that.
No. And he set it up with backstory too. He didn't just go in, he literally gave us, he's like, here's my character, here's my motivation, here's the backstory, here's how I'm going into it. And then he goes, all right, now let's go. And he just crushed it all the way through. I mean, very well done. I guess, he's a professional. That's what happens. That's like when someone asks me to talk about something nonsensical.
You can make sense of it.
No,
I know. No, I'm saying you take a nonsensical thing.
Was that I go off on nonsensical tangents a lot, Jamie. Now you're covering your eyes with your little mask because you're embarrassed that you didn't get the haha funny joke. Haha funny, skratta. That's Swedish for laugh. I got to do the rest, Jamie, unless you want to jump in. Hit him with the thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to Trevor Talks Too Much. You can catch the show every Tuesday. The YouTube's out every following Monday.
Is this an impression of me? Is this an impression of my radio voice that I do when I ease my way into the actual outro?
Yes.
Thank you for listening to Trevor Talks Too Much. Listen every Tuesday to hang out with me and a brand new guest. The video version comes out the following Monday. Wow, you nailed it.
I thought I did it pretty good.
You nailed that. I didn't even realize. That was an eye-opener for me. That's crazy. Well, everyone, please leave a review. Now I'm going to try my best to not do it. Please leave a review. It helps us out a lot. Let us know what you're liking, what you're not liking. Unless you're not liking all of it, then please keep your comments to yourself because that hurts. New episodes out every Tuesday. Come hang out with me and a new guest. The video version of the podcast out the following Monday on youtube.com. You can follow all of the Mythical socials and everything everywhere. We're on everything. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. You can catch me over on Twitter and Instagram, Trevor Everts. And make sure to follow the Mythical Pods TikTok. Got a lot of Mythical Pods going on. And the Mythical Pride Collection. I talked about it at the top of the episode, but if you're listening, I have a very cool hoodie on. And if you're watching, you can see how cool it is. So make sure to go check out the Mythical Pride Collection at mythical.com. It's out now. And everyone, I'm sorry. I really apologize for who I am intrinsically as a person.
Don't apologize for yourself.
No, I am. I am. Because here's the thing. Oh, there's Diet Coke in this mug. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see y'all round.